Hey, my friends, my name is Adam. We do daily devotionals for busy Christians, so let's cannonball right into this. It's February 27th, and we're talking about you were made for this, living out the Great Commission. Quote, "But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you will be my witness in Jerusalem, in all Judah and Samaria, and the end of the earth." End quote. Acts 1 verse 8. A love too big to keep to yourself. I'll never forget the moment I truly understood what it means to share Christ's love. It wasn't in a church or at a conference. It was in a quiet coffee shop. Across the table from me, a friend who felt completely alone, defeated, bitter. She wasn't looking for a theological argument or a memorized verse. She just needed to know she was seen, that her pain mattered, and that she wasn't forgotten by God. That's when I realized sharing Christ's love isn't about standing on a stage or having the perfect words. It's about being present, being real, and allowing the Holy Spirit to move through us. It's about loving like Jesus did, with no agenda, no conditions, just pure, selfless love. Maybe you need to hear this today. You don't have to be a preacher or a Bible scholar to make a difference. You just have to be available. God isn't looking for perfect people. He's looking for willing hearts. He takes our smallest acts of love and magnifies them in ways that we may never see. Love's powerful because it speaks to the language of the heart. It breaks down walls, heals wounds, and reminds people they truly matter. Sometimes a simple act of kindness can be the answer to someone's silent prayer. Think about that for a moment. Your obedience to love could be the reason someone finds hope again. How cool is that? Love starts where you are. Jesus told his disciples to start in Jerusalem, right at home. And let's be honest, sometimes home's the hardest place to love well. It's where we see the worst in people, where old wounds and grudges linger, where patience is tested daily. But love starts there. It starts in the way we listen instead of interrupting, in the way we forgive even when it feels impossible, in the way we choose kindness over bitterness, in the way that we put aside our need to be right and instead focus on being loving. Then he told him to go to Judea and Samaria, to step beyond what's comfortable. Maybe that's the coworker that you struggle to get along with. Maybe it's the neighbor who challenges your patience. Or maybe it's just someone who's different from you in every single way, yet needs Christ's love just as much as you do. And finally, he sent them to the ends of the earth. Not all of us are called to a mission in a foreign land, but we are called to love beyond what's safe. Maybe for you, that's sending an encouraging message to someone who's struggling. Maybe it's praying for people you've never met, or simply noticing the person everyone else overlooks. There's someone in your life right now who needs to experience the love of Christ through you. It might be a family member who's grown distant, a friend going through a silent struggle, or even a stranger whose name you'll never know. Don't underestimate the impact of simply being there, of showing up with a heart full of God's love, a love that moves. I used to think sharing Christ's love meant grand gestures, big, bold acts of faith. But more often than not, it's found in the small, quiet moments. A text that says, "Hey, I'm thinking of you." A simple meal for someone in need. A prayer whispered for a hurting heart. Because love moves. And when we allow the Holy Spirit to guide us, we become a part of something much greater than we could ever imagine or ever do on our own. If you're like me and you've thought, "I'm just not enough. I don't know enough. I might mess it up." Know this, you were never meant to do this alone. The Holy Spirit will give you what you need. You just have to say yes. And here's the beautiful part. When you step out in faith and love, God meets you there. He fills in the gaps. He turns simple moments into divine encounters. He transforms your willingness into something eternal. So who in your Jerusalem needs love today? The people you'd rather avoid but need to reach out to. How is God calling you to the ends of the earth? Even if that just means stepping out of your comfort zone. This world is desperate for a love that's real, a love that sees, and a love that stays. And you were made to share it. As you may be aware, it's hard to get Christian content out there on social media, so every like, share, and comment truly helps spread the word and is deeply appreciated. If this message spoke to you, pass it on. Let's flood this world with the love of Christ. Your voice matters. Your love makes a difference. Let's step into our calling together. Thanks for being here. As always, onward, and God bless you.